Hey guys, back with another one. What's going on? We are now live. As you come in, hey Nessie. Nessie was the first one in here. I feel like in the end, Chrisean will win. She's a good person. If he's playing on her, she is a child of God. He is going to end up with a lot of regrets. I pray for her wisdom and protection over Chrisean. That's what's up. It seems as though Blue let go of Jaden when he took Junior for him. Hey, Lisa Jones. Okay. As y'all come in here, make sure y'all hit that like button. I'm waiting for y'all to come in. We got some recaps to do today. I actually wasn't gonna go live today. I actually rescheduled the live to 7 o'clock. Hey, Nessie. Hey, sweetie. I actually wasn't gonna go live today. I actually rescheduled it for 7 tomorrow, but then I said, nah, I gotta go live. I got mad because my system was acting up. Tell me if the live is coming in clear. Please put a Y if it's coming in clear. If it make sure it's not choppy. Because I've been having a lot of system errors. Hey Nessie. Hey Ruby. Hey Nell. Hey Lisa West. Let's put some hearts up into the chat. Okay, so it's coming in clear. All right. Because I've been having system problems and I was so pissed off that I rescheduled this live. And then I said, why am I doing that? That doesn't make any sense. I'm going backwards. So I said, I'm gonna still do my live because what I'm gonna do is we have 2 recaps that we're gonna do today. Thank you, Nelly. We got 2 recaps that we're gonna do today. One of them didn't go out today because the system was acting up. I was pissed. That's why I rescheduled the live. Then I said, nah, I can't go out like that. I got to make sure I go live with my people. So, hey, Ms. Twin, Linda O'Neill, what's up? That's what's up. That's what's up. So, I was so pissed off. Hey, Cancer 66. Hey, sweetie. I was so pissed off. I had a tantrum and I rescheduled the live. Then I said, nah, I can't go out like that. I got too much I gotta go over with my peoples. And I scheduled it and they're looking for me to go live. So and I have a habit sometime if I get tired of something, I might reschedule it to the next day. I got to stop doing that. So that's why I said, nah, I rescheduled it back to 7 o'clock. But I did reschedule it to 7 o'clock tomorrow. But then I put it back to 7 o'clock tonight. Hello, Lorraine. So we have 2 recap videos. One is a early release because it was a system problem. So I wasn't able to put this second one up. So nobody even seen this premiere video. It's gonna premiere tomorrow sometime. But the people, hey Pinky 42, but the people that are in here now are gonna see it today. You guys are gonna see the second one that could not go up. You're gonna see it early today on live. But when I put these videos up, make sure that they're coming in clear because I can switch the Wi-Fi if it's not coming in clear. I do not like when my videos come in hazy. So please let me know. Say it's not coming in clear. Say something in the chat. Hello, sweetie. So listen, let's spam up the chat with the diamonds and the hearts and we'll begin. Now, I did get some of y'all's DMs and I also seen Nessie your comment. I love Chrisean. She has an amazing soul. Yes, she does. And I hope as well. Let's spam up the comments with some diamonds and some hearts before we start. And make sure y'all hit the like button as well. Yeah, let's spam them up. Let's show each other some love. Memorial Day is tomorrow too. I hope y'all are having a cookout and y'all are doing it up, grilling it up. There we go. Yeah, let's show some love. Like I said, when we come in here, we spam it up with the hearts and the diamonds, and then when we leave out for the night, we spam it up and saying good night. Hey, Michelle Clark. Hey, sis. Happy Sunday. Long time no see. Happy Sunday. balance of wellness. OMG, it's been a while. I know it. It's been a while. Nice to see you. That's right. That's what's up. So, like I said, we have a recap video that has not went out yet. So it's an early release. It's a long one. I'm pissed because I did a lot of edits on it, but it'll go out tomorrow for the ones that didn't see it. So if you don't see it tonight, you ain't even got to worry about doing the replay game because it's gonna go out tomorrow, um, in a premiere. But if you're on this live tonight, you'll see it early, but it'll be going out tomorrow. Just to let y'all know. That's what's up. Hey, Tanisha. So I just want to say something to you. It's just been really troubling on my mind, this whole situation. I think Jaden's been a little too quiet. I think that she has a lot of confidence that what Blueface is telling Chrisean is not going to go down like that. She's been with him for a lot of years. And see, I wanted to pull up, some walk down memory lanes to let you guys know how deep and how far and how long that relationship with Jaden and Blueface has went. And see, sometime a man might not want you, but he might not want nobody else to have you neither. And the same thing with Jaden. She might not want Blueface like, Chrisean wants him, but she don't want nobody to have him. So, sometimes people are together, hey Dion, because of the Eusta factor. And I'm just saying, and I'm gonna continue to say it, and I have nothing against Jaden because y'all have to honestly say, I don't really talk about Jaden. I never say nothing about her. Cause see, I don't take sides. And Jaden has never done anything beside maybe sometimes she'll say something to mess with Chrisean, but that's because that's the nature of the beast. That was her man first, and the way Chrisean went about getting him wasn't fair. She was cheating with somebody else's man. So I can understand that. And see, Jaden is more humble than me. Because see, we would have a problem you did that to me. And I'm quite sure a lot of you guys in the chat, you'd have a problem if she did that to you. It says, and some people like to drag people along with the foolery. Right, exactly, Pinky. And so I really have really nothing bad to say about. It says okay, the amount watching is matching. I know. Let's hit the like button, please. I really honestly don't have nothing bad to say about Jaden. That's why you don't really hear me do too much commentary on her. And not only that, I don't get on her about nothing because I really don't follow her. I'm not trying to say she's a Miss Goody Two Shoe or anything like that, but I can't say too much about her because she's to herself. She's not really social media savvy. She's not like Chrisean Rock. She don't know probably social media like that. She doesn't have a large following. She's not Chrisean Rock. And but at the same time, I can't really say too much about Jaden because see, she's quiet. She's quiet. I know she throws rocks and hides her hands, but I've seen women that are way worse than Jaden, especially if you messing with their man and then the man ends up leaving, leaving you for the woman. Yes, SO, really do need your help. You said yes, SO, I really do need your help now, please, and thank you. Well, DM me if you need my help, Dion says whatever. But I'm gonna play the first one. I'm here today, SL. Hit that. I know that's right. Michelle, I know that's right because I ain't seen you in a minute. So I'm gonna play the first one. We're gonna do the recap on that. My grandmother always said that's how you got him. Yep, that's an old saying but true, Pinky 42. That's right. The same way you got him is the same way you lose him. Ooh, child. She's sneaky, you mean. Right. She's sneaky. But at the same time, I don't really have nothing to say bad about her. I don't see Jaden getting too messy. She goes out to the clubs and she might get a little twisted, but that's on her time. You know what I'm saying? She's not on here cussing out her fans and, cussing and carrying on. You see a lot of activities that she does with her kids and photos that she takes, or photos she takes with her home girls or whatever. Jaden, I don't really got too much to say about it. I feel bad for both of them. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be fair, it's a messed up situation for both of them. It's almost like you don't really want to say anything, because I feel bad for the both of them. I think the only one winning is Blueface. I think he's very selfish. You know what I'm saying? And that's usually how it goes when a man got two women. He's trying to have the best of both worlds. He ain't trying to get rid of neither one of them, because why buy the cow when the milk's for free? You have to blame Blue. That's what I just said. He fed them a spoon. Yep, spoonful of lies. Exactly. Why buy the cow when the milk's for free? Yeah, but I just said that. Yeah, he's selfish, and that's why I said I feel bad for them. I don't feel bad for Blueface, because he's having the best of both worlds. He ain't losing no sleep. He ain't losing his appetite. He ain't losing nothing. Hold on, let me get it for you now, and then I'm gonna put this video on. Hold on, Dion. Let me do it right now for you. As y'all come in, make sure y'all hit the like button, and I appreciate y'all being here on this Sunday with me. And I wasn't gonna go live, like I was just explaining to the folks in here already, and I had rescheduled it for tomorrow, but then I said, nah, I can't go out like that. I got to make sure I come on live today. And so I put it back for 7 o'clock. So that's why we here now. Here's my IG. Okay, so we're gonna do a walk down memory lane, and I'm gonna tell you something. The way Chrisean Rock sounded in this video, she is the same person. She's a person that is in need of love, and she really feels like all she has in this world is Blueface, and it's sad. He knows that too. He's playing on it, and I think that when she did this little interview with Carlissa, you seen more of the vulnerable side of her. She's still that same person. She's just a couple of years older. And when I listened to the interview, it kind of broke my heart, because she lives with a lot of pain. She's been through a lot of stuff in her life. Chrisean Rock has been. But like I said, I'm going to stay on her. Hey, Miss Bug. Hey, mate. It says Mado Bark. Mado Bark. And my heart goes out to her. But we're going to listen to the first one. Please put a Y in the chat if the video is coming in clear. Okay, here we go. Let me move this. What did I just do? Share this conversation that Carlissa and Chrisean Rock had some time ago. I don't know what I just did. And I thought it was really interesting. So I have been meaning to share this conversation that Carlissa and Chrisean Rock had some time ago. If it starts getting grainy, say it's starting to get grainy, or put something or fuzzy, and then I'll switch over to the internet connection. Just let me know. Just put it in the chat. I don't want the thing looking grainy. I don't want y'all looking at no grainy videos. All right? It's blurry, Nessie? All right, let me switch it over now. I'm going to switch it over now before we start, because I don't want y'all looking at no grainy stuff. Clear now? Well, let me just I'm going to put the hotspot on anyways. Hold on. Let me put it on first. Then we can get started. Because I don't want y'all looking at that like that, if it ain't looking right. All right. All right, should be fine now. So clear on my end. All right, blurry. All right, let's get started. And I thought it was really interesting. It was sad to hear the conversation, because you could hear the emotions on both ends. One genuine, young, innocent, which is Chrisean Rock, and Carlissa, which she already made that relationship between the
Thank
two of
you.
them doomed from the beginning. I don't think she's ever been acceptant of Chrisean Rock. That's why things had happened the way they did. Not that I agree that someone's son should allow their girlfriend to assault their mother. That's the harsh reality of what had happened. But I wanted you to hear this conversation that they had some time ago. Um, and I want you to, in my opinion, to see how Carlissa, even back then, had no type of closeness, no type of emotions, or not even like a motherly vibe of feeling kind of
Exactly.
sympathetic for Chrisean Rock, knowing where she came from, knowing her situation, knowing that she really didn't have a mother because her mother was active at the time, in my opinion. And she grew up with 11 other brothers and sisters where they had to take care of each other, and they didn't really have parents. They were absent because they were either in jail or actively in the street.
They saying that you're trying to get pregnant. Is this true or false?
I ain't trying.
Okay. Because you're not ready for that right now, right?
How am I supposed to answer this? Like,
I mean, you're a young artist with like unlimited possibilities.
but I could do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So if anything,
I mean, we can do that, baby, but sometimes it pushes our destiny and our journey and then back.
Not me. I'm special. I get everything I want.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Honest to God, I did. And it's 50 years later, and I'm just.
And one thing I'll say about Carlissa, she does have some fakeness in her because I'm a woman too, and we're around the same age. She's a little bit older than me, but I can definitely see the fakeness. You can see the panic in Carlissa that, her hearing that at that time Chrisean was trying to get pregnant. That was like a nightmare to Carlissa. Carlissa likes to have some sort of control, even though she doesn't. She never really did with her son. Obviously, she still doesn't because he's made his own choices
Exactly, Miss
to
Bubs.
deal with who he's going to deal with. And it bothered her this whole time, and it still does. So, her having control is just something that's in her mind. It's a grand illusion for Carlissa because she does not have control. She's not considered the matriarch of the family. If you ask me, that's no disrespect. And I'm not trying to say that she can't turn that around and become a matriarch, but you have to lead by example. And I really feel like um, she was basically trying to act like she was giving advice to Chrisean Rock,
Yep, he
but
allowed
she
it.
really was saying, please do not get pregnant by my son. I don't want any seed that you have that's going to be in my family and me have to deal with you for the rest of my life that I'm on this earth. That's what I really got from the way Carlissa was trying to give advice to Chrisean Rock about not wanting to get pregnant so young and so
Okay,
forth and so
Dion.
on.
Just now sitting here. So I'm just giving you, a heads up that you have everything going for you right now. That's the last thing you want to do.
She's so fake.
I'm just not.
in my opinion.
Like, I'm not really focused on all that. Like, I'm really going with the flow. I'm praying that my music shake. I'm just gonna be loyal as down as I can. And yeah, I really don't. I didn't really.
Exactly. Prior.
If the vibe is a baby, that's the vibe. I don't know.
Okay, so I guess I should ask you about Jaden because
Why would she ask you about
hang out
Jaden?
on the tours and when the baby starts missing his daddy, are you guys gonna be able to bridge y'all's gap the way we did for my grandson's sake to be able to hang out, get to know his dad's new artist and
I feel like everything is up to Blue. Like, he just gonna know the timing, he gonna know what to do. I'm just here to just be down for like, I'm trying to get this money.
So it's not something that you would be opposed to if the time came.
I feel like what Chrisean said for an answer is the way she's living now. She's much more mature. She kind of sort of still sounds the same as she did back when this video interview was done, but that's definitely her mindset. I think when she was younger, she was probably even more honest because she's living that life now. She's not trying to take care of legal obligations. She's literally waiting for Blueface to serve his time and then get out and support her, probably go into court with her and clear up these matters, not knowing that you're more safer going into court with a lawyer. And if a lawyer can't get you off of what you have caused from just waiting so long to go clear these matters up, when you go into the court with Blueface, you might not come back out. Blueface will, but you won't. You know, you've given enough of you to Blueface, and I think waiting around and holding him down and keeping that promise that you were going to do that is going to be the ultimate price right now for Chrisean Rock's freedom.
Like, he know who I am, what I dislike, what I do like. He know if I'm about, he gonna have a conversation. We're grown here, so it's like our communication is awesome. That's one thing I love about Blue. Like, we communicate well. He's there when I really need him.
Hey, Shago.
I don't have nobody but him.
And that's how she feels now. She has nobody but him.
I'm living like, I'm just ready to just accept.
May distract him from what he's trying to do. No. I mean, as far
it seems like all she's worried about is her son. Your son hasn't went through any of what a Chrisean Rock has probably seen in her life or experienced in her life. She had two selfish parents that laid up and had 12 kids and didn't take care of none of them. They all had to take care of each other. And all she could think about, acting like her son's the victim, when he's the one that did this love triangle between Jaden and Chrisean Rock to this day, is Blueface. And look at where it cost Carlissa now. Your son don't even deal with you because he knows that you're fake. And that's in my opinion, because I don't need her to be trying to sue me or something. I ain't got no money anyways.
like, sometimes we take on things.
No, I love him for him.
No. Listen to me.
Like,
I'm saying,
I don't.
That's what I'm saying. An alternative motive. I think so too.
Me and God talking about, and he's just using your son in my life. I don't really look at your son like he's somebody like I really need. Like, once God make it clear that he's not someone that's in my life no more, but he made it clear that he's here forever. So it's up and it's stuck, cause that's how I feel. I don't know. What do you think? How you feel?
I think what Carlissa was trying to tell her is basically, do you think it's fair that you're in my son's life, and are you going to be a hindrance to him? And interference to him prospering and being a better person than he is today. At that time when he was successful and was making money, I think she was worried about Chrisean Rock bringing her son down, not her son bringing Chrisean Rock down. And it's really sad because they both were young, and she should have been guiding and giving advice,
Exactly,
equally
Nessie.
to both of them, and especially to Chrisean Rock because of the simple fact that she didn't have a mother or father, and maybe that right today would make her have better decisions if they had a better relationship, if she took on maybe
I know,
like
it's
a
like
mother
she
role
gets
to
off
her,
on the
made her
fact that
feel like something from the beginning.
it's almost like that's funny you said that, Nessie. I was getting from when I let you listen to the next interview, right? This is with Jaden. I was getting she was proud of Jaden because Jaden was being accepting of the lifestyle that Blueface is living, which is he cheats, right? And she was like trying to like at that time in the interview, like she was proud of Jaden for accepting that her son cheats. You know what I'm saying? What happened to a mother telling her son to get a good woman and stick with that one woman? She thinks that that is cute for her son to be laying up with all these women like he's the pimp daddy and doing all this mess. And then you wonder why he backstabs you. It just don't make no sense. We'll leave and not play with him. And things probably would have been different right now for Chrisean Rock, and the decisions that she would have been making or is making would have been sound, sensible decisions, because she may not have been her mother, Carlissa, but she showed her guidance, because as a woman, you shouldn't, and you're an older woman, you shouldn't tolerate having a young woman that's Yep, going she had with to grow up your quickly. son around you,
She
and
did.
she
I
has no
realize it.
guidance, and you just turn the other cheek. You turn your head like it doesn't exist, what's going on, and there's a problem.
Nope, he doesn't.
And you've been there and you've done that, and for you not to
A
be
narcissist.
like a role model or some type of person that Chrisean could go to when times were rough, or she went through emotions, because we things do surface when you been through what Chrisean Rock has been through. We can like perpetrate a fraud for some time, but our actions show otherwise, because deep inside we're hurting, because we think that it's unfair that you know her being so young, she didn't ask to be here, but she got like the messed up end of the stick because her parents were being selfish. And Carlissa knew that, but she didn't care. Sometimes when people don't care, they kind of sort of like to see you in that position. And I think that, in my opinion, Carlissa did not like Chrisean Rock, liked to see her in the position she was in with no guidance,
Yep.
and she was just more concerned about Blueface.
I guess it's hard for me
listen to what she
because,
says.
like I said, I've been around my cubs for a long time. And, when new people come about, we all have this, this resistance. When I met you before, you saw me, I was totally open. And then I don't know how we had, whatever that went on. I was being overprotective, of course, of Jaden.
Yep.
And that probably kind of pushed us into a different
That was
zone.
just you kind of being immature, but
Thank you.
on facts. I feel like that was, it made the media, it did what it did. I really I see you for what God see. Like, I know what God telling me about you.
Exactly,
Yeah,
Pinky
so,
42.
Well, all that I see, I just see it part of the plan. If it's
Too
a
far from the
downfall,
tree.
misunderstanding. Because when I'm around you, I feel amazing. I feel like you're my mother, but
Wow.
I don't know you, so it's like
Wow.
I'm just chilling and vibing, hoping get to know you, blessing, hoping that everything is going great because you are the mom.
That's true, Gia.
It's awesome. So, Okay.
I'm
crying because I appreciate this moment so much.
Wow.
If you've been through what I've been through, you'll cry this whole way too. Like, oh my God, is this real? Because it's so awesome. Like,
Wow.
oh God.
So you know what? I have a different opinion after sitting with you today.
For
I
real?
honestly, and I'm gonna take
What
it
was your
back.
first
to the book.
opinion?
Listen
I
to
mean,
what
let
she
me
said.
I'm reading the comments
Yeah,
like
right.
everybody else.
Why are you reading
I'm
the
saying,
comments?
is she on drugs? I'm saying,
Really?
yes.
So what do you see?
I see a little girl. I see a mirror. I see a mirror. I see a mirror.
Aw.
Fake
No,
cry.
you ain't done. Give me my hug. What?
It's only fake crying because she's like, please, son, do not go there with this girl. And it's
She's
really
fake
sad
crying.
because
A fake
Chrisean got a
cry.
good heart. She has a heart of gold. Like right now, what she's going through, I might get upset with. I don't know, from a can of paint. But I've been her age, she's never been mine, and I just know that she's done so much, and it's easy to tell the truth than to keep up with a lie. And I think she's trying to clean up a lot of things that she said from the past or she did from the past. That's why she's always on social media over explaining herself because of her conscience. And Carlissa, for her to have a all of a sudden a different outlook or thought process of Chrisean Rock, it is what it is.
Little girl, break me.
I broke you, cuz. My family now.
You gonna pull my wig off?
She gonna put this lady.
Ain't telling my got the light.
She is so funny.
Got the light. We up in here,
Sit your butt down. You done made my husband run off. You got your panties all out. And
don't cry in front of me. I'm going.
Chrisean knows she off the hook.
You make me feel like I'm your baby.
I'm gonna keep praying. I'm gonna get on your side now.
She didn't want Chrisean near her.
I'm gonna keep praying.
She act like
for
Chrisean
y'all.
had the
Keep praying
cooties.
for you.
It's easy to tell the truth than to keep up with a lie, and I think she's trying to clean up a lot of things that she said from the past or she did from the past. That's why she's always on social media over explaining herself. She does because of her conscience. And Carlissa, for her to have a all of a sudden a different outlook or thought process of Chrisean Rock after the conversation, when you can just tell in the conversation, Chrisean, all she wants is love. And, you know, she didn't get it. And she was at that time trying to express that she wanted to have that closeness with Carlissa, but
Hey,
Carlissa
Spencer.
had the resistance still
Latice.
there of, I'm not trying to mess with you like that. Like, I don't think that my son should be with somebody like you. You know, that's what I got from the interview, that it didn't matter what Chrisean Rock said, Carlissa felt the way she felt about Chrisean, you know, Rock, and it's up and it's stuck, just like Chrisean Rock was saying in the interview. It's up and it's stuck. It is what it is.
This little girl, break me.
My family now.
You gonna pull my wig off?
You gonna pull my wig off? Pull it off, Chrisean. Hey, sweetie.
You done made my husband run off. You got your panties all out.
I know, like you don't be you don't be acting like a $5 HOE.
You can make me feel like I'm your baby.
I'm gonna keep praying. I'm gonna get on your side now.
I'm on your side.
Look, we ain't crying no more.
on the same side.
You wasn't crying in the first time, but we ain't crying no more. She said we ain't crying no more. You wasn't crying in the first place. Goodbye. Carlissa knows she can go to Hollywood. But you do some poor acting though. Talking about we ain't crying no more. Get on your side. You wasn't crying to begin with. You're a poor actor. I said she could go to Hollywood. I gave her a compliment. She can't go no Hollywood. You ain't nothing but a fake. I ain't even gonna say it. You ain't nothing but a fake. Ho ho ho. Merry Christmas. That's what you're fake. That's what y'all know what I mean when I said it. You got to clean it up here on YouTube. Got to keep it PG up here. I don't think Carlissa likes Chrisean. I don't think she does it either, or Jaden, any woman that Blue is close to. Oh, we're gonna listen to an interview that she did with Jaden. You could tell Jaden was like, whatever. But I like Jaden. This is my second time looking at this interview. That's why I did a commentary to it. I like Jaden's spirit. I don't care what nobody say. I know she throw rock hard in hands, but hey, I mean, how is a person supposed to be when you got a side chick that took your man? You got 2 kids from a doggish dude, and he end up with the side chick. You know what I'm saying? And they was creeping at first. They wasn't like open with it. And then when Jaden was busting them, and he got comfortable with it and got real disrespectful with it. But nah, ain't nothing cool. It's still nothing cool about what Chrisean did, man. That ain't cool, man. But like Pinky said, the same way you get them is the same way you lose them. So you know what I'm saying? We'll go around, come around, talking about Chrisean's a child of God. She wasn't a child of God when she was cheating around on Jaden's man. She likes girls. Yeah, she do. She likes girls. You know, she likes them both ways. And in the interview, she talks about that too. Carlissa be bringing up all the business. Yeah, she Jaden and Blueface, because I watched this interview that I did commentary to. I watched this. This is my second time watching it. I thought I did a commentary video to it a couple of months ago, and I could have swore I did. I never did though. It was just in my head to do it. So I ended up doing it today, but I couldn't upload it to the channel. So y'all are gonna see it in a minute. It's gonna be an early release, but it's gonna premiere if you don't see it. Whoever don't see it now on this live, they'll see it tomorrow around maybe 2:00. But this video I'm about to show you, I did commentary to this video. This is with Jaden and Carlissa. And no, I haven't put it up yet. So y'all are gonna see it before it even goes up tomorrow. It says, as sickening as Chrisean can be at times, she had no positive role models. She ain't have none. Ain't have none. And that's what I be saying. I give her a pass, but the only thing I'm not gonna give her a pass is her sitting up there not taking care of her legal obligations. You better figure something out. As fathers, who's going to watch your child while you take care of them issues. Because the longer you wait, the worse it's going to be for you. And I'm telling you, people are going to, you think you sad and feel bad for Chrisean right now? And you're going to be talking about you miss her like sometimes, people that couldn't stand Blueface, now they're saying they miss him. It's kind of boring around social media without him. You're going to be sad and you're going to think it's boring without Chrisean. Because I'm telling you, allegedly they're saying she got 3 years probation in Oklahoma, but the judge is trying to make her do the 3 years. See, people think judges are nice when they give you probation. No, they're not, and they give it to you so easily. They want to see what you're going to do with it. Probation is only time on layaway. That's it. And if you can drop the ball a couple of times sometime on probation, but if you force it like Chrisean did, she then took a G-Wagon. The G-Wagon had pharmaceuticals in it. She gets pulled over in Oklahoma. Now she's on probation. You can't even leave the state unless you get permission from your probation officer. Can you leave? So that was a violation right there for leaving the state with the G-Wagon. She went above and beyond the call of duty. She went above and beyond jamming herself up on her probation. That's like going to a bank and robbing the bank and giving back the money bag and then thinking they're not going to arrest you because you brought the money bag back. You might as well just kept the money bag. Yeah, you gotta be careful, man. You know what I'm saying? That's her livelihood. If she's so worried about motherhood and wanting to be there for her child, she should have nipped it in the bud when it wasn't serious. And her mind was weak. Right. Exactly. I'm trying to tell you, probation is time on layaway. I'm trying to tell you, people don't be getting that. Oh, the judge was nice judge. He just gave me probation. No, okay, you go ahead and you mess up on that probation too. I bet you won't be calling him a nice judge then. Because see, sometimes judges will make you do a percentage off the probation. But this judge wants her to do the whole remaining of her probation time. I think it's 3 years. They're trying to put her in jail for 3 years. So that's bad. It's sad and unfortunate, but it's going to catch up to it. Right. And even Wack 100 said on the interview on Vlad TV that he's thinking about changing the door. He said because it's a matter of time before they kick it in. Yeah, he said they're eventually going to come get her. But see, how would he know that? Because a lot of states don't come and get you. They want you to come to them. Only time they'll get you is if you get arrested for something. Then they can hold you in custody and then call the state and get you haved. And sometimes the states still don't want to have you. And then the state you get arrested in might not want to have you because it costs taxpayer money. So but yeah, I really think that Wack 100 knows more than what he's saying. Because he said that like he was a snitch. Talking about it's a matter of time before they come. I'm trying to tell you, when he said that, that gave me the chills. Matter of fact, let me see if I'm gonna pull that up first. Let me find that video. That gave me the little chills there. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Let me see. Let's check this one out again. I put this one by the minute. And I say this because we all know that Wack 100 basically had Bodine call. This is around the time that Bodine was asking, was the phone bill paid? And Chrisean Rock was really not in the mood to talk because she was being accused of being a liar, according to Wack 100, about that robbery that did happen. I do believe it did happen. And he was talking about a 21 fake fade or whatever it was. I'm going to try to insert that video if I can find it. I have so many videos of that day, of that incident, of that stunt that Wack 100 tried to pull off on
Yeah, he
Chrisean
doesn't
Rock
like her
and
at
try
all.
to
You're
get
right.
her discredited and the father discredited as to be liars for attention and clout. We all know that that was farther from the truth. I want you to listen to now what Wack 100 saying today as of 40 minutes ago. This is another portion of what I believe to
Yep,
be
everything
a
quietly.
live that they did together. Well, an interview live or a private live or what have you, where Vlad is breaking down all of the crucial bits and pieces of information that he wants to put out there to the public, that Wack 100's confirming, because it's Wack 100, it's being confirmed, okay, about Chrisean Rock. So listen up.
Chrisean Rock accused you of sending robbers to Blueface's house. And I guess Blueface's dad was held at gunpoint in the house.
Yeah, but here goes the thing. Blueface.
Not that I'm saying it's true.
Blueface dad always held at gunpoint.
What do you mean?
I can show you messages in my phone where his mother is communicating with him. Are you gonna make our son's court date today? Right? Because Blueface really wasn't communicating with her, but she knew the dad was cool. And he told her, this is
Make
in
sure y'all
January,
hit the like button or the dislike
I got
button.
robbed at gunpoint this morning. I'm running late. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. It's in my phone, I swear to God.
That's wild.
So now we got 3-4 months later, he's robbed at gunpoint. And looking at things now, watching him, because I've been knowing him for a couple years now, and he's been behind the scenes. I don't know what the Rock and him got going on, but now he wants clout,
There was a robbery. I believe it was.
right? He's jumping in.
See, this is what I don't like. See, a lot of people have said to me, and I have to admit, my subscribers said to me, listen, they never made up as in they're cool. Wack 100 still doesn't like Chrisean Rock. He just admitted that Blueface is in love with her. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. That's all. But as far as him gonna make money and do a smear campaign on Chrisean Rock as long as he can, that's what he's gonna do. Because that's his mission. And he feels as though he can do it because of how Chrisean Rock sometimes moves. You know, love you to death, baby girl. When I say love, it ain't that kind of love you think it is, but it's love I would have for anybody. Stranger love I'm talking about. I got love for anybody. But it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And when you ain't moving right, you know, even your vocabulary ain't sounding right, especially being a young mother. You know, kids
I'm
are
trying
like
to tell you.
sponges. I know your son is junior, is very young, but you know, there's certain things that you got to change about your life. Got to be selfish for your child and people around you.
You think so,
Because
April?
they will be able to portray a picture of the worst in you because that's all they see of you.
Yeah, he's
In the
grimy.
lives.
I mean, yeah, because Blueface's mom, I remember when I was leaving Hollywood Unlocked, she was coming in to get interviewed. And then I remember she, you know, we saw each other coming in. I'm like, oh, what's up? Nice to meet you, whatever. Then I got a DM from her like, yo, I want to be up next. And I'm like, nah, I'm good.
He's talking about Carlissa.
I'm staying out of this.
And I keep
Staying
telling
out
her,
of this.
Blueface's problem with his mother is, instead of her being a mother of a celebrity, she wants to be a celebrity mom. You know, she was way in Ohio.
Oh, she moved.
Yeah, once we probably about 9 months after we start
Wack
moving
is
with
like
things,
Chatty Patty, Mr. Chatty
she
Patty.
popped up.
He's worse than a
And
female.
I think the pops got the bug down too, because when I'm like, so you telling me you're sitting in your car, somebody pulls a gun on you,
You too,
in the driveway.
Gwendolyn. You have a
You're
blessed day,
able
sweetie.
to jump out of the car, run past the gunman, run in front of your car to the walkway, access the first gate to the courtyard, and then run to the door, put the code in the door, go in and lock the door, and the gunman was just oblivious to what was happening.
I don't care how much of a joke or how much of he's making Vlad laugh, Whack 100. That robbery did happen, and I believe it. And I know that it happened, and I'm going, like I said, I'm going to try to find the clip to insert into my commentary if I can find it. If not, I will play it at a later date so that you guys can be confirmed that why would he have to do a 24 fake 24 whatever it was. I don't know. I'm not from California, but I know that Bodine was trying to explain what Wack's position was and what he was trying to do so that they wouldn't come back over there and try to rob Chrisean Rock and whoever else was in that house, especially Chrisean Rock, because she's the one that had the money and the jewelry and all that. The father doesn't have anything. And it may have probably sunk in after the fact that he had to do it, Whack 100, because Junior was in there. And if you don't like Chrisean Rock, that's all fine. But there's a child in there that can get hurt behind, pettiness over stuff that can be replaced, materialistic things. So Whack can dumb this down and play it off like he don't know what's going on. But he knows that there was a robbery that happened at that house. I believe, in my opinion, that there was a robbery that happened at that house, and Chrisean Rock was not acting when she was trying to explain that there was a robbery that happened at that house. They were trying to discredit her. Yeah, people lie all the time, but we didn't busted Whack 100 and lies too. Just the other day he was lying, talking about Chrisean Rock is the reason why Blueface got locked up because he went back to Vegas. No, Blueface was already in Vegas. And I could pull up the video, April, where she was in a sneaker store and he was telling her, was she coming to Vegas? He was already in Vegas. He got himself locked up. And there's a dozen of other lies that I can tell you. Did you hear about the alleged church that he took the money from? There's legal documents on that. So you could be on Whack 100 side all you want. See, I don't take sides. I be on the right side. So I don't take sides. I just like with Chrisean Rock and Jaden. Some people love Jaden, some people hate him. Some people love Chrisean. I don't do that. I'm too grown for that. But I'm gonna tell you something. Do your due diligence before you start saying you're gonna take a side. Because Wack, honey, let me tell you something. He got game with him. And obviously his game is good because he got you thinking that, what he's saying is what it is. And I beg to differ. And that's just my opinion. We can agree to disagree. Because Whack 100 was on a mission at that time where he just was on a smear campaign.
Wack
He was
100 would love
disrespecting
you, April.
Chrisean Rock every chance he got. And he's doing it now, but it's in a kind of sort of low key,
They all lie, exactly.
nicely put
They
manner.
all lie.
And people like that nicely put things, but before they were wilding out on you, I'd rather go
That's
with the
good.
wilding out because at least I know how to deal with you, But when you're doing it this way, you're just as worse as somebody quiet. You can't figure them out, so you can't trust them.
Yeah.
Listen, that's good you took a side. I'm just saying I'm grown. I don't take sides. I'm not a follower. I'm a leader. I don't take sides. Kids take sides. Middle school kids take sides. I take what I do is I take the right side. That's all I do. I don't know these people in real life. I only hear a smidget of what they put on social media. These people would know us if we walk past them in the street. We give them more airtime and attention than they would give us if they seen us in person. You probably wouldn't even be able to get a signature, whatever they call it. I don't take sides.
if it makes sense to you, then it makes sense. But trust and believe, Wack 100 got stuff with him. A lot of stuff with him. He might have more stuff with him than Chrisean Rock, Jaden, and Blueface, Carlissa, and all of them put together. She said she didn't take us out. What happened? It says agree with someone don't mean you pick a side. You're speaking on sides. All I'm trying to say to you is that don't sleep on Wack. Wack got legal paperwork on him recently. He's not no saint. So when he talks about Blueface, his father, which if that is his protege, and that's like nephew to him, why are you on social media talking about that man's father? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Where's the honor at? They all lie. That's my whole point. Ain't none of them I'm telling the truth. Just the other day, I had to be. Some people were mad, but I had to tell the truth. Shame the devil. I know what Chrisean was saying about sending attorneys in there to clear up the warrant and this and that and other. You are a fugitive. How are you? Only ones believing what you're saying, ma'am, is your fans, people that are obsessed with you. You got your fans thinking that you're playing football and that's your community service or your probation. Who gets probation playing football? That's how bad people believe people that they look up to, or people that they take sides with or agree with, and they be lying through their teeth. They be lying through their teeth. That's all I'm trying to say. I don't take no sides.
Yeah, man.
I don't believe none of them.
He don't wear jewelry. He don't wear. if the gunman was gonna use you to get back in the house, then he's not gonna let
Thank you, Miss
you.
Know-it-all.
You know,
I
so
don't trust none of them.
I don't know, man. You know, now I have power of attorney over everything. Everything.
He said everything.
The home, the cars, the bank accounts. I got power of attorney over everything, right? But, you know, I briefed Blueface on what's going on. And, you know,
exactly.
The plan was for the house to be empty, his father to
don't have nothing to talk
sit
about.
on the house.
Because he be talking about all the
comrades,
time.
Bodine, and drop by there 2-3 times a week. I go by there on Fridays, make sure things are cool. 5 days next, you know, she popped up. She was in the studio. I talked to him on the phone and like just the studio. 2 days later, she showed U-Haul over there. I'm like, yo, nephew, what you doing? This ain't the understanding, the agreement.
No, somebody in the chat.
Cool. You know, I got control of it.
Somebody in the chat, one of her fans said it.
Right? I'm not just gonna go in there and flex.
That's how fans
based
out
on
there
what
are.
I think.
Wack 100 has no control over anything, period. I don't care what he is power of attorney over. I'm telling you right now, mark my words, Blueface and Wack 100 are going to have a fallout. Wack 100 recently has legal documents on his name of doing shady stuff.
Word is bond.
Even in churches, okay?
I
And
ain't heard that
I
in a minute,
heard
Nessie.
this
Word
last
is
night.
bond.
Some of the shady
Like his word is
antics
bond.
that he was doing allegedly. Let's say that.
This dude got his whole page is dedicated to snitching on snitches, outing snitches, and and Lord knows a Wack 100 is probably the biggest snitch in the hood. That's all he do, expose snitches. His whole page is about who's snitching. He better sit himself down with his baby Suge Knight.
In my opinion, that he was doing that were real shady. So you can brag, you can boost, you can say whatever you want to say. But at the end of the day, you're not this good guy that's on Blueface's side. You just don't want to be pulling no lint out your pocket. You think that, and you're afraid that Blueface is going to get out.
Y'all say clout. I say, this is what I do full time. Okay, this is how I make my money. I don't go to your job and tell you not to do your job, so don't come to mine, tell me how to do mine. Simple as that. If y'all want to say Wack 100's clout, Blueface's clout, Carlissa's clout, Chrisean Rock's clout, then let it be clout.
And Chrisean and him are gonna.
This may not be a traditional job, but it's a job, and you got to pay taxes at the end of the year, even if they don't take taxes out of each check, because you can get taxes taken out of each check if you choose to on YouTube as well every month. But this is a real job. It's just not a traditional job, and you get paid very well if you're consistent on here. So don't tell me what to do on my job.
Walk out into the sunset.
Thank
walk
you.
off in the sunset, and you're not going to make any money off of Blueface no more. There's no reason for him to have you as a
Exactly,
manager in the
Nessie.
first place. You don't serve a purpose anymore to Blueface, and Blueface needs to learn how to let you know that. There's no purpose in Wack being in that relationship
You
or
said
having
or
any sort
Junior?
of business relationship with Blueface, because Blueface has already a
Not
game
the
plan.
baby Suge
And
Knight.
Chrisean Rock has already have a game plan. They've sat together prior to him going to jail, and in my opinion, I believe the game plan does not involve Wack 100. And he knows that.
Is right because it's his house, right? Hopefully, you know, it doesn't come back to bite him. I told her, you can't be on the run in 3-4 different states and
Here
going
he
live,
goes.
showing everybody where you at. Is just not smart. But the clout bug, her forget about all these things.
So I guess Chrisean got the clout bug too, because Wack 100 just said, you know what I'm saying, that Chrisean's out in all her legal business because she got the clout bug. And I thought she was the clout. So how she got the clout bug? She's supposed to be the clout, Chrisean Rock, right? So why would Wack say, but she got the clout bug? She's supposed to be the clout. So how does the clout got the clout?
And say, that's why the police showed up. Right? So, you know, at the end of the day, I'm anticipating going by there, changing the door, that because eventually they're going to come. And they're going to come how they going to come.
Oh, you just heard him. He just said eventually he's going to go over there.
You see what he said? He said, eventually I'm going to go over there and change the door, because eventually they're going to come. And they're going to come the way they're going to come. But he don't know how they're going to come, but they're going to come.
And change the doors, because eventually they're going to. And he's saying he's going to change the doors, but I really feel like, and this is just my opinion, he's going to change the doors because he's probably going to be the ones that are going to send the police, in my opinion.
No, I know
to
that.
Get Chrisean Rock.
Baby girl, Gwendolyn, I didn't think you was talking about me.
So Chrisean really need to buckle down and make a better game plan, because it could happen before.
That was just a general statement, because sometimes people do be referring to me, but they don't understand that I do this full time. This is a living. I do this full time. This is how I pay my bills. And I'm not going to let nobody tell me what to report on and when to report on it, because I don't go to their job and tell them when to go to work and when not to. This is not a traditional job, and you get paid probably a lot weller than the person working an average job. But I respect that you have to work, respect the kind of work I do. Now, if you want to call it me cloud chasing, because I might talk about the same entities or social media influencers all the time, don't listen to me. But I'm going to still get up here and get my money. Simple as that, because this is my job. I got to pay my bills, just like you got to pay yours.
Blueface gets out. It could be planned to get her in jail before Blueface gets out, so that Wack 100 can get his hands on Blueface and mentally take control over the situation, so that he's getting money back in his pockets that he's making off of Blueface. See, these are the things that people don't think about at the end of the day, when they have somebody that's so willing to go out their way and do all these things. Sometimes you got to question, is it genuine or not? And I don't really think that Wack 100, in my opinion, is being genuine. It's all about business and money.
Hope?
He reminds me of a baby Suge Knight. And I hope that Blueface is well aware of this, because something is going to happen, and it's not going to look good. It's definitely going to be a fallout between Blueface and Wack 100. It's not going to end well. Somebody's going to end up in jail. We already know Chrisean Rock has legal issues, and she's going to probably end up in there if she doesn't get it taken care of. But that's beyond her. I just have a feeling when the fallout happens, Blueface might end up in jail again himself. I hope it doesn't happen. I hope he just gets himself so drowned in the industry of Tronic Network and just stay on the side of Ray J, because I'm quite sure Ray J probably would trust Blueface any day over Wack 100 if he really had a quiet as kept, keep it real. And whatever other endeavors that they are planning to do, whether
Make sure
it's
y'all hit the like button, please.
Chrisean do
Thank you for
concert
joining the live.
appearances, popping bottles at clubs, or endorsing other people's clothes or whatever have you. I think that they need to change their game plan, switch it up.
Right.
Go to plan B, C, D, and leave Wack 100 alone, because it's not a good look, and somebody is going to go down. And I don't think it's going to be Wack 100. It's never designed for Wack 100 to go down. It's always the opponent, the op, his op, to him, who he considers an op to him, which the only op is Wack 100. So I'm very concerned with Chrisean Rock.
All right, I was gonna play that, but I want to
if
play something
she
else.
is looking at the reality.
I'm gonna remove that. I want to play the Oklahoma one. I just can't remember what I labeled it at. We did that one. Is it this one here? All right, I got two more. All right, let's play this one. No. Let me play this one first, because I think it might be this one.
Videos. So I just want to discuss with you that Wack 100 had went on to Vlad TV's channel, and basically they're now friends. Vlad made that clear that they squashed whatever beef that they had, and they discussed quite a few things about Chrisean Rock and Blueface. How did Blueface get in jail?
Right.
Who is the
I
blame
think so
of
too.
Blueface going to jail? And also, Vlad had brought up, once again, confirming that Akademiks was talking about Chrisean Rock and when Chrisean Rock was pregnant and what she was doing while pregnant, that people consider like something you shouldn't be doing when you're pregnant. Let's put it like that. I'm going to let you listen to what is being said in the words of the messenger.
I'll tell you this. When I interviewed Akademiks last time in New York, he was saying how he had a FaceTime call with her, fully pregnant. She's smoking a blunt. And she's like, shh. He's like, shh. Full blown, like 8 months pregnant.
FaceTime her. She's like smoking a joint. She's
While
full on pregnant.
While she's pregnant.
Full on pregnant. Smoking a joint.
Like,
and I said, aren't you? And she's like, shh. And I'm like, oh, shh. I'm like, the baby's in the stomach. Like,
yeah.
No, you get what I mean?
Now the child, people are saying potentially has birth defects and so forth, and she's telling people like, oh, shut up, y'all don't know what you're talking about.
Well, we're all parents. But the child's about 8-9 months. Usually about that time, child's already crawling, he's reaching,
Look,
he's grabbing,
already
he's
ready
responding.
to agree with Vlad.
In some situations, taking their first steps. So, people see that when she goes live, mothers and fathers are going off of what they see.
Right.
And the response of the child isn't.
Now, see, this is why it is not good. And I'm glad that Wack 100 is responding to it respectfully. Now, we know that if he still was not cool with Chrisean Rock, she would be in some trouble right now, because he would probably drag her, and he probably would say what
Yeah,
really,
I know, you're right.
in my opinion, I
I'm
think
not
would be
denying
on
that,
his
Gia.
heart about the situation. However, he's, treading lightly, and he's speaking his piece, but he's trying to keep it where, there's no war, there's no disrespect, there's no insult towards Chrisean Rock, because beef has really been squashed, and he put it out there. He's the one that put it out there that she's in love, he's in love. Blueface and Chrisean Rock are in love with each other, and that he has to understand and accept it. So this is why I think that he kind of got caught off guard. Vlad is watching just like we are watching what's going on behind the scenes. I think he wanted to see how he was going to respond to the question being asked about what was going on with Junior, which again, in my day, we never talked about kids, period. Those are things that were out of the conversation. But in these days and times, people don't care.
what it should normally be, right? I don't think she understands that because I think her upbringing is like, that wasn't in her life. People concerned, I'm concerned. But I understand her mentality. Some can run from it, but you can't hide from it.
Yeah, they're saying it's fetal alcohol syndrome. That's the rumor. I don't know it's true.
That's
I hope
it.
it's not true. But it's like,
He said
man,
that's it.
you're pregnant for 9 months. You could avoid drugs and alcohol for those 9 months. Get as high as you want to.
Did he just say that's it? Wack 100. Please leave in the comment section if he said that's it. I know that this video just went up as I'm doing this commentary. This video has only been up 15 minutes. So this is a recent video as of May 23rd, 2024. So when he said the
I
word
know. I
that's
wish
it,
those
maybe
threw Miss
I
Bug,
misunderstood,
but that ain't
and
gonna
maybe
happen.
somebody can help clear that up.
To get when the baby comes out. It won't matter
starting
unless,
to
unless you're
think-
breastfeeding.
People
I'm starting to think too that it's
were
not going
putting up
down, Miss Bug.
clips, videos, and they was pulling up on her while she was pregnant. Three of them went up. You know, her doing all, you know, I wouldn't allow her to do anything around me.
Not every visit, right?
You know, she know I'm going to say something. But, you know, I hope,
And I agree with you on
I
that,
hope
April.
for the baby's sake.
I agree with you on that. Just like with the Charles Barkley comment, he got everybody like it's a trend. He's the one that said it about his own child. I agree with you on that, April.
But, you know, if I had to make an educated guess, I would say that,
He opened the door.
yeah, the baby needs to really be checked out, and whatever the diagnosis is. And
see, Wack is behind the scenes, even though he don't get along with Chrisean Rock. So he can say something in a subtle way and that's letting you know. And I'm gonna say allegedly she might not be taking him to the pediatrician. I don't know. I don't get into all that. But when he just said maybe she should go get him checked out, I was getting from that when I first heard it, like he's trying to say she don't take him to the doctors. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I took it. I'm not getting into if she's taking her child to the doctors, because ain't nobody gonna say I'm up here talking about nobody's kids, because I don't talk about nobody's kids, because that should be off limits. In my days, we didn't do that. You get hurt doing that.
catch it early. You know, maybe it's something that could be done. But, you know, and she has to stop taking it as attacks or taking it as, you know, people trolling. Like, you know, when it comes to kids, it ain't even about her. It's about the kid.
It's about the kid.
Right, that's true.
It's
Clout
about the kid,
bugaboo.
man.
You
It's
so
sad
funny,
when I see it.
Miss Know-It-All.
You know, and isn't she wanted? Doesn't she have to turn herself in over something? And she's saying she's not going to do it? Or
Yeah, she got a couple felony warrants.
a couple of felony warrants?
Legal, I know legal's been contracted.
Charles Barkley or something like that.
For a few, they're in different states. And then she has a situation out here, as we all know. Whatever happened at the Braxton situation.
You know, there's a lot of issues that are going on in this situation. I really am respecting to a certain extent Wack 100, even though I can take him or leave him at times, because he's trying to at least pretend to be humble. So I think sometimes the truth sometimes can come out of people in the opposite way. Sometimes the truth comes out and people can come out in people when they don't like that person because they don't like them and they just want to run all their business. But in this case, I think he's just putting bygones be bygones and putting things to the side. And, you know, he's speaking, you know, how he feels, but it's not what you say is how you say it. But in this case right now, they're talking about Blueface. And, you know, I want to really honestly hear myself out of his mouth who he now blames for why Blueface is locked up. Now, we all know, in my opinion, from what I heard with my own two ears, I felt as though he was always blaming Chrisean Rock for him getting locked up, Blueface. Blueface making the wrong decision to go where he went to get into the trouble that he got into. And I really feel like, in my opinion, Wack 100 feels the same way. However, he's not going to express that.
Now, when we're talking, Blueface is in jail.
Mm-hmm.
And you blame Chrisean Rock for his arrest.
No, I
He
blame
did.
Blueface because ultimately, whatever it
Yes,
was,
you
he had to
did.
make the decision. But And I can't even blame Rock. Rock,
She
with
said
no
I fell into
disrespect,
my floor when I watched Blueface.
she's in a
Charles
world that she never knew
it was too
existed.
funny.
She comes from a struggle. When we found her, she was homeless. She never showed any signs of being responsible or even maturity. She was just figuring it out. So as a man, if you do have some sense of responsibility to yourself, you have to know what you're dealing with, and never could you allow that type of situation to make decisions, right? That could be that detrimental in your life, right? So, you know.
So pretty much he is blaming, in my opinion, Chrisean Rock, but he's doing it. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. He's not saying it the way he would say it if he was mad, where he would just flat out say, yeah, he listened to what
Yeah, they got it
Chrisean
down
Rock
as a
said,
bum.
and that's how he
Exactly.
got jammed up, and that's why he's in jail now.
That's what it
He's
seems like
saying
to
it
me.
without saying it. He's saying
Nessie,
it nicely, that Chrisean Rock, in my opinion,
that's what it seems like
did
to
in
me.
fact get him jammed up. But he's saying it because right now everything
Like
is peace,
she's unfit
love,
to
and
even walk
happiness.
around the world
Everybody's peace, love,
or
happiness, and
outside
happiness. When we know that
anywhere.
it's farther from the truth, because I'm grown. I've been your age, you ain't never been mine, and I can read between the lines, and I know that is exactly what he's still saying. That Chrisean Rock, pretty much, in my opinion, had
Like she's a
something to do
nobody, right?
with why Blueface is in jail. But he just said it in a nice way.
Like she's a
You
renegade or
get it?
something.
Rock does things, but they could be controlled. His decisions ultimately come down to him.
Because it was a probation violation, right?
Yeah.
Because he went back to Vegas. He wasn't supposed to go.
Went back to Vegas. Well, I told him to stay out of Vegas. We were fighting it. Wasn't supposed to go. Came out. We did the Floyd thing. That was work. Got him right back out of there. And I guess a week later.
Can we get them likes up to at least 100? Because it ain't matching up to who's in here. I don't beg for Cash App. You go on other people's chats. You might put they put their Cash App in the little ticker like I got in mine, and then they also remind you to donate. I don't ask for money. I just ask for you to hit the like or the dislike. Can we just hit the like or the dislike? Show a sister some love.
Later, because he not going to tell me. I think she wanted to go to Vegas. He tells her, Wack told me I need to stay out of Vegas. Case going on. She hits him with the, is that your daddy
So he
type?
is blaming her.
Instead of him like not paying that any attention and no.
Pay attention. He is still blaming her, but he's just saying it. He's saying it in a nice way.
AD Mitchell's Blueface was already in Vegas. Chrisean Rock was on video actually at a sneaker store. I can't remember the name of the sneaker store. We looked at the video, and he was trying to get her to come to Vegas. She ended up going, but he was basically calling her like, "When are you coming?" On we was on. Nessie was on. Matter of fact, Nessie, you was here with me when we looked at the video. Blueface was in Vegas before Chrisean got there, so Chrisean didn't talk him into going to Vegas. He was already there.
Let's just say that. Saying it in a nice way.
Like she's a savage.
But yeah,
right?
he really does believe that Chrisean is why
Hey,
he's locked up
Stacey.
on Blueface.
Hey, sweetie.
Knowing that whatever Wack's telling me in this type of situation is to help me, not hurt me. He ended up going back to Vegas, and Rock, it was a fan, because I watched the whole video footage. It's a fan that said, Rock, we love you, but we hate him.
Oh boy.
Pointing at Blueface. This is you guys' persona.
Thank you, Gia. That sounds
This is
so
what you
sweet.
got to sell into the public. Rock pregnant all, took off on the girl. Girl has the phone. Blueface thinking, let me kill the footage, grabs the phone to get rid of the footage. But because the phone was over $700, $800, boom, they hit him with a robbery. He gave the phone back at the scene, like 30 seconds later.
Well, why would he do
They hit
that?
him with a
He shouldn't have been taking nobody's phone to
Robbery
begin with to delete
violates
nothing. It ain't his phone.
The California case
Who you think you
that
are,
we just
Rockefeller?
took probation on, that
Who
How
you
does a
think you is?
multi-million-dollar rapper do something like that because of
Listen, guys, who you think you is? Don't I sound Southern? Who you think you is?
what a fan said to Chrisean to even put himself in a situation like that?
He
That's
snatched my phone, my iPhone. I would have been like, who you think you is?
Who you think you is? Something that someone does that's average or broke. Not nobody like
Hey,
Blueface.
Nubian
So when
Queen.
you start wanting to point fingers, Wack 100, think about what you're really saying. Because Blueface didn't make a good decision
He
on
got his
that
own
part
self in
at
trouble.
all.
Exactly. Ain't
Has
nobody
something
got
to do
you
with
in
his
no
baby
trouble.
mama, right? So now I'm trying to get the robbery beat. We dead bang on 32 cameras. They drop it to a misdemeanor. I dropped it to a misdemeanor because we got 4 years mandatory prison
You
time.
already in Vegas,
Sitting
right?
in California, if you catch any
Crystal,
case
Felony
anywhere
case.
after we took the
She
deal,
wasn't in
and
Vegas
this
yet.
is the case.
She
So
was
I'm
at that
thinking,
sneaker
okay,
store.
I can't beat it. So let me at least get it
I'll pull up
reduced
the
from felony
video.
to misdemeanor,
Right.
right?
Lesser
So
charge.
once we get it reduced from felony to misdemeanor, I'm
See, I'm a commentary channel. I don't upload videos and just slap them on my channel. I do commentary to them. So I got to do my due diligence. So I'm like a troll. I'm everywhere because I got to make sure that when I present the information, I know what I'm talking about. So I'll put up the video in a minute on you. I'll pull it up in a minute. Because when you're a true commentary channel, you have to have, they call it receipts. I call it doing your due diligence. You got to have the all the evidence to state the facts when you're doing commentary.
hoping that when we get back to California, maybe we'll get some amnesty, right? So we get back, I got an excellent attorney, David Kessel. He goes in there.
Exactly.
Remember, Blueface is supposed to get 4 years. Same type thing, Suge Knight, when he got the 9 years.
All
He
right,
didn't
we
get
get
9
it.
years for the kick.
We get
that
it,
was
we
just
get it.
violated his joint
he
suspension.
violated probation, yeah.
Right? So
Right.
whatever that was, they gave it to him.
Get it.
We
Mr.
go in
Big
there,
Son. Who
Kessel
you
pulls
think
out a
you
miracle.
is?
All right, I'm not gonna send him to prison for the 4 years. They're gonna give him 300 days in the county, right? With a late date release of July 3rd, right? Because we got it reduced to a misdemeanor in Vegas. So
From a
you know, once
felony.
again, I didn't beat about 5, 6 cases, freeway shootings, couple gun cases, 10, like I didn't beat the.
Listen, let me just say this to you. I don't care what anybody says. I know that Wack 100, as big as his mouth is, he does look out for his proteges, but we know that the main
Hey,
reason why
pretty
he's
blue
doing it is because
eyes.
it's messing with his money. It's messing with his pocket. He don't want to be going into his pocket, pulling out lint. And at that time, prior to Blueface getting in trouble with that club owner, he was making some sort of money.
He's a lawyer.
That he was
Right,
bringing in
Nessie.
where,
He's a lawyer.
Wack 100 was making a residual off of it as the manager. You know what I'm saying? Now he's probably putting in more than what he's getting back from Blueface. And I think he's trying to keep good faith with Blueface now because he's probably afraid that Blueface is probably going to be on some other stuff. He's not going to need him as a manager no more. He's not even a rapper no more. He wasn't even making music
She
in
said
jail.
we all know
that
the
was one
truth,
of the
Mac.
Q&A answers. And he answered no. Wasn't in there writing. That's not what he wants to do. So I really feel like Wack 100 kind of sort of is in denial. I feel like, I hate to say this is my opinion. I hope that it doesn't happen, but there's gonna be a fallout, and he's gonna definitely expose Blueface, and you'll probably even find out his financial status, and also probably Chrisean Rock's financial status. Everything's gonna come out. So I just hope that they all tread lightly and they know what they're dealing with when it comes to Wack 100, because as soon as it hits the fan and things don't go Wack 100's way, trust and believe.
Cases, but when it comes down to it, ultimately, if he would have just said, yo, Rock, can't do Vegas right now. If you want to go ahead, he wouldn't be in jail right now.
So you're blaming Rock. Just say it.
I mean, the Chrisean Rock thing is so crazy. I mean, for example,
Yeah, he will.
And please pass this message along to her the next time you speak to her.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain to her that if she doesn't get that tooth fixed permanently, she's going to lose all her teeth?
Bone. Yeah,
the way the teeth work is that all the teeth hold each other in place. You remove one tooth for a long period of time, they'll start to collapse. and start to all fall out. Whitney Houston was missing like 15 teeth by the time she died. She had all types of implants and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Chrisean Rock will not be cute with no teeth.
Not at all.
I mean, even the one tooth looks crazy to me. I guess that's her thing, but like, she's going to lose all her teeth.
She has or has had.
Now they went way to the left, but I will admit that you start to lose, I think the bone or cartilage or whatever's inside the gum, it starts to deteriorate when there's not a tooth being held in there. And then that is true, is teeth start to collapse. I don't know why Vlad went there with it, but he's very, very invested with Chrisean Rock alongside with Akademiks and a whole bunch of other people.
Yeah.
And they seem to be all men. Wack
Ray
100,
J,
he lost his interest, I guess, or fake lost his interest in Chrisean Rock, and this might be his last interview, even
bone grafting,
mentioning her name.
Pretty blue eyes.
But there is some truth to that. I don't know how we got on that subject, but there is some truth to that, and I do hope
bone
that she
density,
does
that's
get
what it's
that
called,
tooth
right?
fixed. She's a beautiful girl,
ends up
and
dissolving.
she does not need to be looking like the Grinch that stole Christmas.
The tooth did go there.
But she takes it out.
She takes it out.
So it's not a permanent tooth. Like, you can get an implant. What she needs is an implant.
The one that screws in there.
Well, yeah, it's a whole process. It takes a long process. You got to actually, like, I know someone that went through this. It's like a 6 or 8 month process where they put in a thing and then they got to put an implant in. They got to drill it in and whatever. But it becomes a permanent tooth.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, you're going to lose all your teeth.
You got to remember, man, her level of understanding when it comes to those things, she doesn't really grasp it. I'm hoping motherhood, I was hoping motherhood would have woke that up.
Well, all I can say is that I wish the best for her. I think that in time things will get better for Chrisean Rock. I think she just needs to have positive people around her, and once she gets positive people around her that want her for Chrisean, not her money or to be, clout chasing off of her, the fame, trying to hang around her because of who she is, I think that she'll start to love herself. Sometimes it takes to be around other people that are positive. They might tell you that you're loved and to love yourself, because you can't tell yourself that because of things that you've been subjected to in your life. It's called learned behavior. But I really believe that in time she's definitely going to grow, and I think that she's doing the best she knows how with the skills that she has. Not having her mother in her life was not one of the skills. She's doing the best that she can as a young mother, trying to take care of a child on her own, especially with her baby's father being in jail. I think she's doing a good job. I feel sometimes that Chrisean Rock, she just the video. So I just wanted this. So the last, I guess, couple of days, Vlad been putting out increments of an interview that he did with Wack 100, and it seemed to be
if y'all didn't hear
more
I got another one too. If y'all didn't hear the academic one,
Blueface.
and then I'm gonna play the new one that I haven't released.
One of Chrisean Rock's,
the premiere video that's going out tomorrow that I have not uploaded to my channel. Once I play this video and then the academic one, then I'll play the video that nobody has seen, that's gonna go up tomorrow around 2:00, but y'all will see it today, the ones that are in my chat. But let me play these 2 videos and then we'll get on to that.
Serious cases alongside with the lawsuit with the guy that she assaulted at the
Wack is too nosy.
concert.
He's very nosy. He's in everybody's business.
That is a real serious one that has been on her mind. She's worried that somebody might pick her up any day now, because the judge allegedly is not even trying to work with her lawyers to cut a deal. Allegedly, they're saying that her probation was, I think, 3 years that she had left, and she didn't fulfill that.
When
and
we
so
know
the
better,
judge
we
is
do
pretty
better.
much
That's
wanting
right.
her to do the 3 years. And that's why she had said a few months back when she was at her house, I don't know if you guys remember that.
I know. Hit
She
that
said,
like
you know,
button. Let's
if
get
it
them
was
up to
if
100.
it was any different
It's almost
situation like
there.
her not having a kid,
It's
she would have
almost
turned
there,
herself
guys.
in. But because, you know, she has Junior, she's not, you know, willing to do that because she wants to be there to raise her son, and she's not going to just give him up to someone that she don't trust, because she got a lot of haters, and you know, there's nobody that's supportive on Blueface's side as far as his mother or anyone like that that could watch Junior if she was to turn herself in. So anyways, you know, Wack 100, he's on here rehashing stuff from the past, and I know that if he really genuinely made up with Chrisean and is respecting the relationship with Blueface and Chrisean, he
Yep,
wouldn't
she
be
said that,
bringing
Chrisean,
this
too.
old stuff up, because if I was Chrisean, and I'm quite sure this is how Chrisean feels as well, I would be upset. So we're going to listen to what was said, but this is about the Oklahoma situation when she took the G-Wagon and there were pharmaceuticals in the car and she got arrested.
Are you managing her at all or no? No.
That's Blueface thing.
He said
I
that
work
fast.
with Blueface, so I get the calls. I don't think Rock is. She's not manageable
Oh, no, he
Man.
didn't.
because she'll go along with it and get it started,
That was wrong.
and then as soon as you ain't looking,
You did wrong.
she gonna backdoor you, say I got it, right? And then if you go at her, 'cause she's a female,
Now, what he said was kind of comical, just the way he said it. But then again, it's not funny, because I thought that they at least were being cordial. They were being adults about things. Wack 100 was being accepting of the relationship, and that Blueface is in love with Chrisean Rock, and that he has to respect her. You can't just be talking to her any kind of way. That is my woman. I'm quite sure Blueface had some sort of talk over the phone with him, like setting the tone with him that you cannot just come out your mouth any kind of way. So it was kind of funny, I ain't gonna lie, but at the same time, it's not, because like, when do we just, if you made amends with Chrisean, you know, you said how you felt, you know, now you're being respectful to her. You should respect her and not be going on interviews talking about old stuff that she's still actually living,
Right, exactly.
because it's not even
He's
cleared up.
indirectly
We're
saying
talking
it.
about
Exactly.
this Oklahoma
Nubian
case
queen.
that is
That's
not
crazy.
cleared up. She got a warrant. She's not even sure if the judge is gonna have a change of fate and allow her to
He's wilding.
just do more probation time or do a sentence. And he's talking about something right now that's really triggering to Chrisean Rock, and I think that's kind of crazy.
she gonna Meg the Stallion.
Yeah.
So that's a situation where, you know, when you look at it, it just doesn't add up. Even though it's adding up, it doesn't add up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You couldn't pay me to manage Chrisean Rock. I don't care if it was $1 million a month. I
She's
would
gonna
not
do what
it.
she wants to do.
I mean, yeah. I mean, remember there was that crazy situation where like she broke into Blueface's house and left a message in blood on his wall, and then took his Rover. And
She took the G-Wagon.
I remember
She took the G-Wagon.
she took the G-Wagon. There we go. And she was like,
We didn't know.
she was like, God got me. He's like, no, the devil got you. I have to report this car stolen. Go to prison over this.
See, they think this is a joke, but at the end of the day, this is somebody's life. When Chrisean was going through all that stuff and took the G-Wack, she was going through mental changes with Blueface. Blueface was not doing it right. You know, we tend to like pick and choose, you know, aside, not knowing what like mental, you know, situation a person's in mentally because of how a person's treating them. And Blueface wasn't treating her right at that time. He had Jaidyn Alexis, and he had Chrisean Rock, and Lord knows who else. You know, there were others obviously that they didn't even know about. You know, so people don't just get up and just do crazy stuff, you know, like what Chrisean did. Chrisean did that out of her emotions being played with, and they're making a joke out of it. You know, two men
Right.
being chatty patty, you know, and this is really somebody's life. And
Oh, that's
and she's still
Vlad
living it. Like I
TV.
said again,
Cancer
this is
66.
the Oklahoma situation that they're talking about. This is maybe the wrong time to bring it up. Maybe they should have brought it up after the situation was cleared up. But when people don't really care about you, they show you. And when people tell you who they are, you should believe them.
No, we didn't know at first. He called me. He said, yo, you got my car?
He called
I
me.
said, no, I don't got your car. Why would I have your car? He's like, it's gone. I'm like, okay, well, you need to call, report it stolen. If somebody does something, they're going to come looking for you.
Yeah.
So we're oblivious to who has it. Day and a half, 2 days later, we get a call. Country people on the phone. I'm like, yeah, who is this?
The country
This
people.
is Oklahoma Highway Patrol. I'm like, what part of Oklahoma?
I know it
She's
exactly,
like
Crystal.
100-something
Dogs
miles
are out.
east.
She
of
drove
Tulsa.
from L.A. to Oklahoma in the G-Wagon.
No, she got pulled over. She's 100 miles east, right, of Tulsa. She's heading east.
What is that, like 900 miles or something?
No,
Like?
no, 1,500 something.
Okay, 1,500 miles.
Yeah, Tulsa like 1,400, so she's like 1,500 miles from L.A., and they like, yeah, well, I'm like, well, how'd you find the car? So they tell us this such and such was driving it, and it was a controlled substance in the vehicle. Like, what the
No, that's
right?
not Jason
So
Lee, that's
the
Vlad
car sat
TV.
there. I had to go through a bunch of stuff by the transport. Cost me like 7-8 grand impound fees. Just we get the car back, it's thrashed. I don't know what it was doing. She off-roaded it. Blueface already put the car on low profiles to a point to where we had to just trade it in. Couldn't do nothing with
Just
it.
gave up on the car.
Yeah, just gave up on it.
So, all I can say is that, I want to see her get herself together. She's still living, not reliving, she's still living in this situation. And I keep bringing up the Oklahoma. I'm not even thinking about like the other ones. I think that the Oklahoma one is a more important one because that is the one that's gonna probably cost her the time. I'm not talking about no probation time that she could be facing, in my opinion, jail time because that's the state that's not playing with her. Now, as far as the lawsuit and all the other stuff, I really haven't been, following that too closely. So I'm not going to get into that because I haven't been following it. But I have been following the Oklahoma case, and I also been following it because she talks about that more than all of the other ones. I don't even think she's that concerned about the lawsuit as much as she is about the Oklahoma one. And the reason why is I think, in my opinion, she's thinking about the Oklahoma one because of the simple fact of the judge. She might not tell the public, but it has been told to me. Disclaimer, it has been told to me allegedly that they're not trying to let her do reinstate probation on I guess it's 3 years allegedly. They are allegedly trying to make her do 3 years. Do the 3 years. And like I'm going to keep saying, probation and parole is time on layaway. That's why they give it to you so easy. You always say, "Oh, that's a nice judge. He just gave me probation or parole or whatever. The parole board gave me parole." But when you mess up, and then when you do something larger than life, like Chrisean Rock did, like steal a car, go to another state, you got pharmaceuticals in your car. I mean, you just went overboard. You didn't just get into a fight with a girl in the street. You know what I'm saying, or was caught selling pharmaceuticals on the corner of the state you live in. You did this like,
Nubian
steal a
Queen.
car.
It's
Pharmaceuticals were found in
it's
the car. I'm
time
not
on
saying they were
layaway.
hers. And you drive all the way to Oklahoma from California.
Judge ain't
So,
nice.
it's
He's just waiting
extreme.
for you to do
And
something.
they give you this
So he can
probation
lock you up.
that wanting you to feel, and you just fed into what they wanted you to do, and now you're looking at time. And you have a newborn, and you
Lucky
think
girl,
because
so
you're
I don't
Chrisean
think
Rock
she's
or
worried about
whoever
any
you
of the
think you are,
lawsuits. She
and you have
better
a
be.
newborn, that they're going to take that into consideration. No, there's people that are way famous than you and have way more money than you, and they don't get cut breaks, and they're definitely not going to cut you no break.
Okay, now this is the academic one, and then we'll look at what I told you that I didn't put up, that I was supposed to put up today, and nobody's seen it. So y'all will see it early, but I will most likely have it up by 2 o'clock if you guys miss it. This,
like people that come in at the end, the replay game, they might not see the video that I'm gonna air after this one. But it'll be up at 2 p.m. either way. Again, Akademiks, the fat-faced bandit, is running his mouth about Chrisean Rock. I just happened across a interview with him running the business, being chatty patty. Once again, I guess it's the norm now for men to act like women and women to act like men, because that's what's really going on. Because sometimes I feel like women have more heart than men, and men be acting like females. Well, Akademiks is on Vlad.
Is
and
it
Vlad
blurry,
has been
guys? Put a
having
Y if
interest
it is.
lately with Chrisean Rock. Her name's been in his mouth a lot,
If it isn't,
and
put an
also in
N.
Akademiks' mouth. But everybody's always in Akademiks' mouth. Even though we know that Akademiks has his own troubles, he just finds the time to talk about everybody else except what Akademiks is doing. So I want you guys to listen to what Akademiks had discussed with Vlad, what he shared about Chrisean Rock, and what his feelings are about Chrisean Rock. Not that it matters either way, but just to let you know how Akademiks can be a slime ball at times.
Sean is on a level of total insanity that I've never experienced before. I mean, she has a Blueface tattoo on her face.
Okay, that's good.
Is that love?
I mean, I don't know what it is. They're saying that the baby might have
Fetal alcohol syndrome.
Yeah, have certain birth defects.
Hey, listen, she FaceTimed me one time, Vlad.
Yeah,
this is when.
See, one thing I don't get is, did Vlad ever meet Chrisean Rock? Because he acts like he really knows Chrisean Rock.
He doesn't.
And I don't know if he knows her, because we know there's people in the community, they're supporters, and I think some of them are supporters that they go too far with the support. And I'm just talking about those supporters, and they get obsessed to the point that they really think that they know her, and they feel obligated to defend her like they know her personally. Like they can literally pick up their phone and dial her number and talk to her. Now, I'm just talking about those kind of supporters. So if the shoe fits, wear it. It's okay to be a supporter of Chrisean Rock, but it's a thing, a dysfunctional thing when you go too far with it. So I'm wondering, how well does Vlad know Chrisean Rock? Because the last time I checked, I never remembered her doing any sort of interviews with Vlad TV, or her even mentioning or being even cited with him. I don't understand where he gets the notion or the knowings of Chrisean Rock, when Chrisean Rock is not even in his league. She's a young girl, 24 years old, with Blueface, and I think that he's getting his information like a lot of us do, including the obsessed fans and the obsessed delusional supporters do, and that's off the internet.
The owner of Zeus was trying to like patch up whatever, and this was like, y'all keep going back and forth online, like talk. FaceTime her, she's like smoking a joint.
Wow, 5 years.
Full on pregnant.
While she's pregnant.
Full on pregnant. Smoking a joint. And I said, aren't you? And she's like, shh. And I'm like, shh. I'm like, the baby's in the stomach. Like, no, you know what I mean? Now, again, I'm hoping.
And that to me is like I want to cry just thinking about it.
Oh,
they call it in the club with a full bottle of Henny, full pregnant.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's like, okay, like it's one thing to troll, to fist fight, to cuss out your baby daddy, to break in his house, to steal his car, but
now they don't make any sense. It's one thing to fight, to troll, to fist fight with your baby's daddy, to steal your baby daddy's car. None of what Chrisean Rock has done in the past is right. But at the same time, who are we to judge? That's her past. That's what she chose to do in her past. And for two men to be having a full-on conversation, and about 100,000 people then saw this video, and then those 100,000 people
None of that
are talking about it.
Exactly.
I mean, can you imagine just one person hearing this story, how it can get around to the masses? Now 100,000 people hearing this story, that's when people start to get harassed, picked on, and so forth, like Chrisean's going through right now, because people are going and judging her by what others are saying. And these people don't even know her in real life. And they're judging her past. And nobody is above life's classroom. We are not above life's classroom. We all have made mistakes. We all have dropped the ball. And Akademiks should be the first one to know that. Okay? Because he's been in the violation code on women for quite some time. He's got some history. Now, Vlad, if he wanted to impress me, he should have asked him about his life story and the allegations that are up against Akademiks. But see, people like to point fingers and talk about other people's lives, but they don't want to tell their story. See, I can tell my story. So that's why when I speak on something that I know is not right, oh, trust and believe, I can tell my story because I'm not, above life's classroom. I know that I'm no better than nobody else. I make mistakes. I'm human. I bleed the same way Chrisean Rock bleed. And I made mistakes just like she has too. So I just don't understand where the judgment comes in for Chrisean Rock when nobody's perfect. And the people that are talking, they're definitely far from perfect.
You've now affected a child for the rest of its life. Like, there's nothing funny about this.
Hey,
there's no humor. Like, you could find humor in her fights with Blueface.
Vlad TV.
Humor in the face tattoo. You could even find humor that, Blueface goes to jail because no, but not
no,
that he goes to jail, but
now.
the way he goes to jail because he doesn't want to be called by his girl. But there's nothing funny about a child being mentally disabled for the rest of their lives.
Vlad,
there's nothing funny about that.
Vlad,
there's no joke about that.
It's so sad that I watch Zeus, man. Shout out to my man Lemmy. He found a really interesting way how to monetize dysfunction.
Yeah.
Fights, beefs. There's no plot. Every episode. Yo, she was talking behind your back. Fight.
Yeah.
Yo, why you ain't jumping to fight? Fight.
Right.
It's so.
But this was already done on Love and Hip Hop. It was already done on Jerry Springer.
But it's to such an extreme where it's like.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. We're talking about
That's
past.
True. Candy
We're
girl,
not talking about stuff that Chrisean Rock's doing now. That's past. Things that she's done, like we all have done, and we
exactly.
look back
You need
and
to worry
say,
about them two women.
Man,
That's
I dropped the ball with that. But I bet you she wouldn't walk down that road again.
You know what
I
I'm
bet you
talking
she
about,
wouldn't make
Crystal.
those
I know what you're talking
decisions
about.
again. She made those decisions
From SA,
then.
huh?
She's trying to make better ones now, and everything she seems to do, she's
Why
being
ain't Brad got him up
criticized.
there asking
Now I'm
about
gonna
that?
stay on her as far as her legal obligations, because I feel like if you want to be a mother to Junior, you got to take care of your legal obligations. We're gonna have to make this make sense, and this is present conversation that I'm gonna consistently have, and I don't care who don't like it. It's my platform, and I'm gonna bring it up. But when you stop bringing up stuff that people did from the past,
yep, it's a lot of them.
And character assassinating them and making them look like a bad person, and they're not living on that time. They may have made mistakes,
baby girl,
and they're trying to clean them up now. And sometimes, Chrisean does get caught up in lies. At least for me, I catch up in lies all the time. She's not above life's classroom. She's human, and she's trying to make things right. And things don't happen overnight, and people need to understand that.
I do believe it's had an effect on society. I think the reason why people actually are attracted to, I'm not going to just blame them, but people actually think toxic relationships
when we know better, we
mean love.
It's always been like, I get it. There's a reason. Like I've done a few Love and Hip Hop cameos, but I've never wanted to be
look at them.
I've turned down reality.
You're
shows.
funny,
I don't want that. I don't want to be represented. I'm not fighting anybody. When Charleston White, back and forth, I want to box you for $100,000. I'm not going to box Charleston White. You know what I mean? Like I don't even entertain the thought. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't box him for $1 million.
Yes, you would. I would box him for $1 million.
40 million.
40 million, I'd box him.
Oh, okay, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, there we get it.
40 million, I would train because that's now multi-generational wealth.
Yeah.
Anyone says they're not going to get in a ring with someone for multi-generational wealth is lying to themselves.
Yeah.
But I don't think
boxed
Tyson
Charles
would $40 million
White for $100,000 because I can't stand him either.
$20 million. He might get a good 20. You're right. You're
I
right.
ain't gonna lie to
He's
you.
just
But
big
at
and
the end of the day,
nasty.
man, like at the point that your child is born mentally disabled because you are taking drugs and alcohol while pregnant,
How does everybody know this? That child is all of these things when people claim she doesn't even go to the hospital. So how do we so-called know that that child has dysfunctions when people are claiming that she doesn't even take them to the hospital? It's like, which one is it? You got to pick a side and stay on it. And you really shouldn't be
Whatever's on
picking
the
a side.
internet, that's all.
You should just
That's
be on
all
the
we
right
know.
side.
Crystal,
You
you
should
funny.
be on the right side and not picking a side and not guessing. We don't know what Chrisean Rock does with Junior. Now, what if she is taking him to the pediatrician when he's supposed to go? What are you going to say then? Nothing. Because that's when we always hear crickets. You don't never hear nobody apologizing. My
It was
bad,
filmed.
my
I hate
fault.
the internet.
I just was assuming. Nobody
filmed.
wants to be wrong. See,
Yeah,
a
you're
lie
right,
goes
lucky girl.
on and on and on and on. The truth ceases and desists is everything. So whether Chrisean Rock says something
You
good or
already
bad,
know,
people
old
are still
school.
gonna make their opinions about it. But the stuff that is blatantly a lie that she might be covering up because she don't want maybe someone to be mad at her, maybe for like small reasons, but reasons
Mama needs
that
to
are
go
more
test it.
sincere, because of her thinking about other people's feelings. You wanna sit there and believe her. Like this situation with her legal situation. BS. But when it comes to Junior, people want to say she's not taking him to the hospital.
Y'all heard me like when she brings up her legal situation. BS. She be lying. Chrisean Rock, I love you. I love you like a little sister. But you need to stop all that lying, honey. And when you over explain yourself, when you start talking about your legal stuff, we know you're lying.
People want to say this is wrong with them. Like they're the doctor and they diagnose this child. And they're not doctors. They never went to no doctoring school or anything like that. But they have so much to say about
he does?
something they really
I
don't
didn't
know
see
about.
that. Right.
But see, what happens is you look at these entities on social media so much, you start to think that you know them. And it's called obsession and pure insanity.
is like that should almost be illegal. Like she should almost go to jail for that. Honestly, child endangerment is a real thing,
There's a warrant out for arrest right now.
and she's not going to jail, right?
Yeah, she's ducking her.
Right.
Gonna handle it.
You know,
So,
at some point, there's going to be actual real. I mean, number one, with the child, there already are real repercussions. We don't get to see them because you don't see the kid.
That's
like,
what I'm always saying.
You know,
They can't
being
sit.
paraded around all.
They claim that she don't take
At
him to
some
the
point,
hospital, so how do they
these
know that
reality
he's
cameras
still?
Yeah.
some
It's like,
point,
one is it?
people they'll stop being intrigued
Right.
by
There'll
her.
be someone
She
new.
said, I see the
Someone new.
nebulizer,
And
not
That's true, though.
oxygen.
then they got to be actual
Oxygen
parents,
machine.
and their dysfunction
different
won't seem
things.
so funny. It
Nikki
won't be no
said-
jokes.
Yeah. People,
What's gonna
people
happen?
will go to jail.
There's gonna be jail.
There's going to be foster care.
There's gonna be child
Said, I
support.
see
There's
the
gonna be protective
nebulizer,
orders.
not an
Yeah.
oxygen
There's gonna be
machine.
supervision from the state,
Yes.
and
Oh,
you never know. There
man,
might be
I'm
punitive
weak.
action.
Ramos, you making
Everything
me
they're
weak.
saying, they're absolutely right. And I say this myself. So I'll be a hypocrite to say what they're saying is wrong. I say everything that they're saying. Because when the reality show is over and the glitz and the glam shuts off and the reality sets in, and you have to be a real person and live a real life, and nobody's paying you no attention because there's a new Chrisean Rock and a new Blueface, because there's always going to be somebody bigger and better. That's when the reality is going to set in of the repercussions of, I'm not talking even about Junior, just about not even taking care of your legal obligations so you can be a mother to Junior. And that's when it's going to set in reality of all the things that you should have been doing. And everything that they're saying, I said last night, it's going to happen. There's no way, I don't care if you believe in God or not. God don't have nothing to do with this. This is people doing this. There's going to be repercussions for those actions that you're taking. And when you're more focused on a man than you are with the responsibility of what you need to be doing in the present time, there's something wrong, because there's
Exactly,
nothing
old
normal
school.
about that.
because you guys are not or neglecting a child.
Exactly.
If you continue
as
to
they
do all this
should,
shit,
as there should
Life is
be
going to get
repercussions
real
for that. It's not.
correct.
There's nothing cute and
Really
funny
real.
about a child being abused.
it's kind of unfortunate.
When it's adults, I get it. Cool.
Oh,
Beat each
calm
other
down,
up.
Vlad.
Smack each other with bottles. I don't give adults. Y'all can walk out.
It's kind of
When it comes to kids, it's a different story.
Vlad is
it's kind of
being very
unfortunate
extra.
that, like, I ain't gonna lie, they've even turned once Blueface called circus, and he's basically saying even the baby's in the circus. Yeah, people making memes. You know, they say the baby look like Charles Barkley, right?
Man, listen, it's a baby, man. That baby did not ask to be in that position, and
Vlad
it's in
is
that
mad.
position
You
right
see how
now.
his-
And chances are they're
bass
probably
of his voice sound?
that baby will be taken out of that household at some point, you know. And if she goes to jail, I mean, there goes, you know. And,
He be
when
getting
both
hyped,
parents
right,
are in
Candy?
jail,
Well, I just want to say one thing to you. That is
I
also
do too,
confirmed that
actually. Old school.
Blueface is the one that started that Charles Barkley joke on his own child. So, you know, we got to look at the harsh realities of, you know, where, you know, attacking and doing what we're doing and saying what we're saying, and it started from the parents. And the parent was Blueface. Anytime you fix your mouth to call that child Charles Barkley, now it's like a trend. Everyone's calling him that, and it's coming from the father and his actions. Something's not right. Something's not right. Now, okay, he dropped the ball. He made a mistake. Okay, give him a pass. But let's be very mindful that even with the you know, character assassinating of Junior in Chrisean Rock, it started with a relationship that was dysfunctional on social media, and the father calling his own son Charles Barkley.
Right, exactly.
And
old
then
school.
everybody ran with it. See, history repeats itself. And if you don't nip it in the bud, it's going to continue to happen. You have to be very mindful what you say out of your mouth, because it can leave a lasting impression even on grown folks. And grown folks are the ones that are saying that this child is Charles Barkley, being disrespectful. And the way they get a pass is, well, the father was the one that first said it, so it makes it okay for them to say it. Y'all got to pay attention. It's really real out here.
And you know what, old school? See, Vlad TV, he be throwing rocks and hiding his hands. That's why I don't like him. He be starting fires and stuff, then he want to get up out of it. All right, so this is the video here. This is the last video. I found this video on Carlis's channel with Jaden, and I want y'all to listen to this. It will be going up at 2 o'clock. You feel me, old school? And I'll put it up at 2 as a premiere. So if you're in here, ain't that many people in here. It was way more people in here earlier, about 175 people in here. But whoever's in here will see it now. But if you don't, you'll see it tomorrow. I think it'll be up around 2 o'clock. It'll premiere. But I was supposed to put it up today, but things went haywire. So I'm gonna let y'all see it. The premiere today, and then tomorrow I'll put it up for the ones that haven't seen it.
But another one, I want you guys to keep in mind that this interview with Carlissa and Jaden, and you're going to hear the mindset, the mentality of Jaden. So what we see is not always what it is or what it appears. This is one of the reasons I think that Chrisean Rock needs to get her life together, because at the drop of the dime, I'm not convinced that he won't go back to Jaidyn Alexis. I'm convinced that he would. And if she was to go to jail, Chrisean, do a little bid, because she would not, you know, take care of her legal obligations, he would definitely be spending time, a lot of time, with his kids where Jaden would be. And trust me, things would happen between the sheets. And I want you to listen to the history behind Blueface and Jaden, and how it really worries me about this new reborn relationship with Chrisean Rock and Blueface. I hope it works out. I think that she deserves to have Blueface. She's been through a lot of things that Blueface used to do to Chrisean Rock, like when he put hands on her, he did that in public. But when he did it to Jaden, he at least showed some type of dignity, even though a man shouldn't be putting his hands on a woman, where he wouldn't be exposing her like he was Chrisean Rock. So there's a big difference in the relationships. He has, to me, no respect for neither one of them. But my attitude is, if you like it, I love it. I can't, play Cupid. I can't tell people who to be with. But I want you to listen to this interview. You might think differently after you hear this interview.
Subscribers going, like, share, do what you got to do. Let's make this thing grow. I'm excited. So today's special guest is a special request from fans all over the world. You asked for her, I got her. My daughter-in-law, my grandson's mother, Miss Jaidyn Alexis.
What's up, y'all?
So the people want to know, inquiring minds want to know, they want the tea. Where did you and Mr. Blueface meet?
High school. A long time ago.
Give us the details. What was it like? Was he a gentleman? Did he
Super shy.
Super shy?
Quiet.
Wow.
Yeah.
So who made the first move?
Probably little both, like accidental, like hee, like.
Okay. So gym class.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I remember that because I remember him asking me every day, like almost in a threatening manner, get me out of PE, get me out of PE. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, I'm cool. And then she popped up. Okay. So you met in PE class. What was the first date? Where'd you guys go? What was the first date like?
So long ago. I feel like we couldn't even go nowhere really. We were so young, probably like church with you or the movies or something like super simple like that.
Dion,
So
that part.
The first
that
date
part.
is church.
Yeah.
She a church girl.
So remember, the history of Jaden and Blueface started when they were teenagers. She said, Carlissa said, what, you guys were, 15? You were 15, Jaden? She said, probably 14. So she has history with Blueface, and see what he moves around and treating her differently, and always treated her differently, even though he has no respect for her neither, is the fact of the history of the Eusta, and the guilt that comes with knowing that you're doing someone wrong, that you got history with, that held you down before you became a millionaire, when you was a nobody, even went homeless with you. When he had nowhere to go, she went homeless. She left her mother's house to be homeless with him. And like Carlissa had said before, matter of fact, there's another video I'm gonna share with you. She used to go to work, leave him home with their son, but when she would get her check, she would give the whole check to Blueface, take something out for herself, give him the whole check, and she would be the one working while he stayed home. So that goes to show the mentality of Jaden, and why I don't believe it's gonna be that easy than said by Blueface, that he's gonna leave Jaden alone that easily. I think when he gets out, reality's gonna set in, and what he's used to, which is both of them. Chrisean Rock being the side chick and Jaidyn Alexis being the main because she was there first. That's the only reason why I'm saying main, because it seems like Chrisean Rock is the main chick because of the relationship is different. It's different in a more exciting way for Blueface, or for anyone. If you had to pick a relationship, anybody would pick Chrisean and Blueface. Is more, Bonnie and Clyde and excitement to it when you think of it.
Okay, so you guys meet, you guys are dating. Is at this point he's still, you said, kind of shy?
Yeah, he's always been shy.
Okay, even as a football player?
Well, not shy there, but shy like in real life. You know, he's quiet. That Aquarius vibe.
Okay. Okay. So when does it start to get juicy? What's the first memory where you like, I knew this was gonna happen?
Probably.
Whose
Honestly,
mother would want to know that?
It's perfect. It's home to me, and I knew it. I don't know how I knew it, but I knew it.
Whose mother would want to know that? When did it start to get juicy? I don't want to know when did it start to get juicy with my son and his girlfriend. Whose mother would want to know that, Carlissa?
And that's all. Like, we could be on the couch watching movies, didn't matter.
Okay. So is he like romantic or?
Real weird.
He can be. Not all the time though. He's not much of a planner, so it kind of is like more spur of the moment. He's like the worst planner.
Okay, so you gotta do all the planning.
Yeah, pretty much. But he has his moments though. I'm not gonna knock him.
Okay, so I'm not gonna rush you, but you know the people want the tea.
What?
What is it like to date him before all of this fame and celebrity versus like now?
It was kind of a build-up, you know. It was always kind of girls everywhere all the time. Football games, it didn't matter. But it's just been a build-up now. It got more and more, but it's cool. It's got its perks.
Oh, so he's kind of been like a little flirt all over the place.
Yeah.
So before,
Yes.
so it's not the money.
No. It was never the money. It was just this thing, I guess.
Okay, because I remember one time when you stop me if I'm telling too much of the business. You just give me a hands up. I remember the first time you came home to my house, because you pretty much was there every day.
Right.
But you came home and you said, you started crying and you called him a few names and you seemed frustrated. Do you remember what I said to you that day? It was the first time.
No. It was
What did
something
she
like
say, Carlissa?
he's gonna be this guy forever. Like, and if I'm down for him, then stay down for him. And I surely was down for him. I'm still down for him.
Okay, so I'm gonna just clarify. And
Let me say something. I hope you're listening to her response, Jaidyn Alexis, because I don't care if she's ignoring or she likes girls, or I mean, you can like the opposite. But understand that Jaden will be with Blueface if Blueface decides to want to go over there and play family man and try to get at her. She's gonna definitely, even if she has to share him, be present in that relationship. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, you have to understand that Chrisean was present in her relationship. So, fair exchange, no robbery. I don't think that Jaidyn Alexis is going to let that go that easily. It's just not going to happen like that. I think that she's being quiet because she's being
I'm an old
strategic.
woman, honey.
She's playing chess, not
I have a
checkers.
son older than him.
There's no reason for her to
girl.
be
My
chatty
son's
patty,
32 years
going
old.
back and forth,
I don't want
warring.
no little boy.
She says her little slick stuff and throws
man.
rocks and hides her hands. But at the end of the
My
day,
husband's 15
she's not
years
worrying
older
about
than me.
anything. Trust and believe, she's not worrying about anything. She's not bothered by
My husband's 15 years older than me, lucky girl. I like older men. I don't deal with little boys. They can't do nothing for me.
anything. And she's definitely going to be dealing with Blueface when he gets out. And I just really hope that nobody gets hurt in the process, because I'm telling you, that Q&A, that second one that Blueface did,
I
the
know.
way
That's
he was
crazy how
answering the
she
questions
basically was
clearly let me know that he has not changed at all.
telling her
That
to
is
put up with that.
Blueface. That is who he is. He has made
Shouldn't
promises
have
to
been
both these girls.
sick of
I
it.
don't know what's different this time. He's in jail.
Yeah,
When
she
people go
stayed
to
around
jail,
for.
of course they're
She's
nice.
still around
That's
actually.
called the jail talk, the jail game, the jail move, the jail swag. But when they get out, I'm telling you, they just I've been with men within a couple of minutes they were back to their old self. They were in jail, when you're in jail, you got rules to follow. You know what I'm saying? And nobody wants to deal with somebody in jail. Nobody wants to take people's collect calls and have to be running up there doing visits and canteen and so on and so forth. So, people have to play it cool, you know what I'm saying, to get what they need until they get out and then their true colors come back.
What I remember how it went. So I said, I had a dream that this kid is going to be way beyond where he is right now.
Right.
And that means it's probably going to, the women and all of this stuff is probably going to get worse than football.
Blue need
And
to be by
if
his
you
side
don't
for a
have the
little
big
while.
girl panties for this, today's the day to check out. Because I've already saw it. And this gets, and what were you like, maybe
She's a
15
poor
at the time?
excuse for a mother, and that's my
Probably
opinion.
14.
And he might have been
15.
like, what,
Instead of
16?
telling
Yeah.
her
So,
own son to be
It's
pick
pretty
a
safe to
woman,
say
a respectful
we knew
woman,
this was going,
and-
this was where we were going to be.
Definitely.
and stick with her. They've been
So
together
did you,
for a
why
minute.
didn't you run?
She saying something else.
I don't know. It was love. That was my first love. It's still my first
Sad.
love. Like,
So he was your first?
yeah.
Okay. Were you his first?
No. No.
I mean, you guys were young. I don't know all the
I
business.
probably was
don't
close,
get
but
to-
not. No, I don't think so.
Okay. So you didn't run. You decided to stay, and you guys are dating, and he's still all over the place. Was there at any other point did you decide I should run even after that?
I mean, we've always had our ups and downs, but I've always had my mind set on what I want.
And what is it that you want?
My family's gonna be together. My family's gonna be together. It's gonna always be together. I don't know. I set my heart on that, and that's what I
Already
did.
did it.
So this has really nothing to do with him. These
Her And, husband and already she's left and she's keeping it real because trust and believe that's her
Her
mindset
daughter.
now. Like she said, my family's gonna be together, and she's not lying because even through him picking fights with Jaden, you know how men pick fights and then they run off with the side chick, and he's publicly with Chrisean Rock. She sees this. It is no hiding it like it is with just a normal relationship. Like people like us, we're not like larger than life social media influencers making big time money, getting bags on social media. So our
but
life is not
her
public.
husband left her,
So
though,
the men that we deal
not
with
the
when
dude
we're
she
going through
was
changes, we
dating in
don't know what
jail.
they're doing when they pick fights and they
That's a
run
new
off
boyfriend.
and they might move out or or
She was
leave the
married
house
too.
and come back late night. But in the back of your mind he's with a woman. He publicly had Chrisean on his arm. She knew that and she kept going back. This was 6 months ago she said that. And if he tells her right now to bring his son, I don't care about
agree with you,
her
Candy
being mad
girl.
right now and no, he's not going to see his son. That's BS. That's what she's going through right now.
I ain't sharing my
Jaidyn
husband.
Alexis is going to bring his son up to see him. She's not only going to bring the son up to see him, she wants to see him as well. And she probably gives him an earful. And he listens, and it is no telling what he's really saying to Jaden. Jaden doesn't feel
She
as though
don't
she
give a hoot,
needs
right.
to even hint around about Lord knows what Blueface is saying to
I
her.
share some food. I might share
Because
some
she's
money,
been with
but
him
I
so
ain't
many
sharing my
years,
man.
she's confident enough
I'm not
to
sharing
know
that.
that she's going to always be first, even if
Go
he
get your own.
announced publicly that he's with Chrisean.
are just your standards as a
Friends and
woman.
companies, right?
Well, I love him and I'll always love him, but I don't know what it was, but God told me that just do that. And I was like,
God
okay.
told her.
Wow. So we talking to the Lord about this thing.
But it's just like, I don't know. I just, sometimes you just know. Like,
So is that why you haven't dated anyone else? You've never had?
no, I've never dated no other man, no.
Chrisean Rock got
Wow.
some tough.
I mean, I
times on
commend
her
you
hands.
because by the
We
time
know.
I was
Jaden ain't going nowhere.
You had about 6
your
of them.
age, I think I already had 2 kids and 2 different fathers. And in all honesty, I can say that,
Right.
I mean, I have no regrets, but I should have sat my behind down like you're doing.
You
I
need
should
to
have
sit
sat
down
my
now.
behind down because we expect for people at 24 years old or 20 years old
Right.
to have it all together.
Right.
And most of us that, are true to ourselves and true to each other know that that's impossible. It's impossible to, not impossible. There are some guys out there, that can and women. It's not just guys, some women are all over the place in their 20s too.
For sure.
I'm one of them. So, at that stage, we're so immature and we don't really realize others' feelings to even make a decision to sit down. So I commend you on being able to have patience and be a virtuous woman and sit and do what God told you to do in spite of. Because I know you call me late night sometimes talking about, I feel some type of way, I'm praying. And I just want you to know that, I appreciate that, because when Jonathan first brought you on that first date to church, I'm by far not racist at all, but it was totally unexpected because his only other person that he had ever dated was African, like Ethiopian.
Right.
So when I saw you, I was in shock. So and if I acted a certain type of way, and I never apologized for that, I want you to know that I'm so grateful that I opened up. Because in our community, we're raised to blacks are supposed to date blacks, and you know what I mean? And then when they said you had 25%, I was like, that's enough. But even if you didn't, you're such an amazing person. And
I'm not gonna lie, this is like my second time seeing this interview, and I seen it from the beginning. I thought I had put it up on the channel. This is why we're here now. But when I saw that interview, that's why sometimes I tread lightly about talking about Jaidyn Alexis, because I get vibes with people, and Jaidyn Alexis is genuinely a good person. You can see her spirit. And that's why sometimes I get mad at Carlissa, and I don't know her from a can of paint. But for her to, drag, Chrisean Rock and Jaidyn Alexis, but Jaidyn Alexis in particular, because her spirit is just so, I'm not going to say innocent, but you can tell that her heart is good. That's why I honestly can't see Blueface letting that go to somebody else. I don't care if it's a female or she ends up with a man. Sometimes people don't want you, but they don't want nobody else to have you. Maybe that's the situation with Blueface. He might not want Jaidyn Alexis no more. He might not be attracted to her, whatever the situation is. But there are in everyone's life one person, at least one person that we can honestly say, like a Jaidyn Alexis, we don't want to let them go and love on somebody else, because then we won't have that good spirit, that good person in our life no more. And it's selfish to think that way. But I really honestly think that I don't think Blueface wants to let that go. And I just hope that he lets it go only because of, the commitment that Chrisean showed him when he was locked up. And I'm not saying that Jaden wouldn't have done it for him if Chrisean Rock and him didn't make amends. But I feel as though he owes that to Chrisean because she kept her word. But I also feel bad for Jaidyn Alexis because she reminds me, when I look at this video once again, she's a very good person. That's why I don't say too much about her, because it's not really too much to say she's quiet. I'm not trying to say she's innocent. She's not a nun. But her spirit, her spirit is good. It's pure. And she's the type of person where if a man's with her, he's got to watch her back because she can have friends around her. She seems to be the type, they'll take advantage of her because they know that she got a good spirit. And they'll try to take her kindness for weakness.
I've learned a lot about, patience just through you, which is amazing because you have the patience of a virtuous woman. So, don't, I know people put you down for, or say things I've seen on the internet about, sitting down and being patient.
Right.
And I just want you to know, I would probably want to be one of those people if I was 24 or 25 years old. She could do much better. She should just go out and do this.
Yeah.
And, you know, those same people got like 3 baby daddies like me and 3 husbands. And you know what I'm saying? It takes time to.
All right, I'm going to end it there. I'm going to, because I'm going to get off early today. I will be putting this cringy, like Lucky Girl said, interview on my channel tomorrow. It'll be up maybe around 2 o'clock. It is kind of cringy. I mean, look who's in it, Carlissa. You know, she's weird. But I'm going to get off here. Let's spam up the chats with some hearts and some diamonds. And make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out, too. So I'm going to put some hearts up in there, too, showing love back. But let's put some hearts and some diamonds for the ones that are in here that, you know, representing. And then we're going to call tonight. I'm putting mines up there. Yeah, but I'm putting this video up to tomorrow. Thank you, Nessie, for the hearts. Thank you, Nubian Queen, for the hearts. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the diamonds, baby girl. Thank you, Gia, for the hearts. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, Cancer 66. Thank you, babies. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Lucky Girl. Thank you, Nessie, baby. So listen, I'm going to get up off of here. I love y'all. I'll be on here 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. I do have some more commentary. I'm going to be pulling out my hat. I just didn't have enough time. Thank you, Lucky Girl. I just didn't have no time. She said, no, thank you. Oh, you are so funny. I just didn't have enough time to put it all up today. But y'all have a blessed day. Make sure that if you didn't hit the like or the dislike button, make sure that you hit it on your way out. Love y'all. Stay blessed, and I'm out. See you at 7 p.m. tomorrow.